Iron to Pems, where the future starts, and Capricorn, who day wins up until grade 10 on some crazy tip, but I'll tell you all about that. Cool. It's this one day, like when I still used to get higher. Let me say that, yeah. When I still used to get, I don't get high anymore. I'm sober as hell. I don't do that shit anymore. And I came up with, not everyone likes ordinary. That's what Nelo stands for. Not N, everyone, E, L, likes, ordinary, O. And I was like, wow, genius. Thinking less than 2 weeks, a week. That thing hit 4,000 plays on something. And after I was like to myself, like, yo, Nelo bro, I think they just some things you gotta get and check for yourself. I had an uncle who basically, bro, like this nigga, yo, I shouldn't say that.
Let's go. Pushing so hard and they tell me to breathe. Feel like I'm about to conceive.
My name, which I don't think I should say, but I'm just gonna say my name is Lerato Nelowav. I'm not gonna say my middle names, but that's my name, that's my surname. Cool. But I go by the name of Nelowav. Now, the name Nelo, but I don't just want you guys to think that this nigga just went for something and it just sounded so cool, so he just felt the need to say that. I was once at some place for like a very long time, right? And so I'm not sure if this like those gens, they used to call me Manelo. Do you understand? They used to call me Manelo. I did more research on Manelo, and Manelo is actually, it was a nickname for Nelson Mandela, which is actually quite interesting. But that's not where I got the name. No. They were just calling me Manelo. I was like, okay. I actually found it cool because that's when I was still trying to like find a real stage name, and cool, and it has a meaning behind it. And then cool, some years passed. I finished, okay, first things first, I went to high school and primary school and school for as long as I can remember here in Polokwane. Polokwane is my hometown. I live in Bendo. Do you understand? So I went to Pems, where the future starts, and Capricorn, who day wins up until grade 10 on some crazy tip, but I'll tell you all about that. Cool. I'll tell you all about that. But before I do, right, let me just like not lose sight. Then I finished my grade 11 and 12 in a private school in Mpumalanga. Let me just say private schools, but then cool. I was once, this one day, like when I still used to get higher. Let me say that, yeah. When I still used to get, I don't get high anymore. I'm sober as hell. I don't do that shit anymore. I was once chilling in a class. I bunked class and I was chilling at the desk. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, shit, like the name Nelo. I was like, yo, it's pretty lit. You know, people are calling me Nelo. It was at the back of my school collar. I used to have Nelo, and then the other ones were like Poly Next Door, 1, 2, and 3 colors, like all of them. I was like, that was like flipping crazy. It was swag at the time. And I was like to myself, I was like, bruh, why Nelo? And I was like, I have to make an abbreviation or acronym for this type of thing. And I came up with, not everyone likes ordinary. That's what Nelo stands for. Not N, everyone, E, L, likes, ordinary, O. And I was like, wow, genius. Because I mean, like, if you actually think about it, bro, like, pot at the time was busting, bro. I used to think like I was a flipping genius when I was on this shit. So like, I was like, nah, I'm going ahead with this. You know what I'm saying? I'm going ahead with this. I'm sticking to it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I came up with the name Nelo. Now, throughout my times of bunking class and going to this class where I was always coming up with things like this, write down some lyrics, I was like to myself, damn, Nelo, you watch a lot of YouTube, bro. My favorite, like, let me just say 3 because 1 is unfair. Like, my favorite probably like YouTubers of all time, I'm just gonna of course say DDG. But I was watching DDG before people like took DDG serious, you know what I'm saying? And then I was watching, my favorite one is Black Charcoal. Black Charcoal is my favorite YouTuber of all time. And also a guy named Balin Levine, right? I was watching all of these things as a kid before people like caught up onto the wave, like before flipping, even locally, before even the King Omans, bro, like were even popping. I've been watching YouTube for like a very long time. So I thought to myself, like, yo, I want to make like some YouTube, bro. Like, what am I gonna do on the YouTube, bro? And I thought to myself, I was like, okay, I would like to ask questions, but time I was thinking about this, I was pandemic. I didn't know when pandemic was gonna end, so I was like to myself, okay, I can do reactions, kind of like what FTC Music is doing. I can do IRL content as a whole, in real life content. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, okay, but I'm not gonna shy away from the fact that I like music, you know. But at the time, I wasn't freestyling or anything like that. Sometimes I was sleeping on myself. Sometimes I tell myself, bro, dog, you lame, bro. You lame at this thing, bro. Like, just focus on the videography, bro, because that stuff works for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Cool. I started off the Nelowav journey like that, with focused on one thing. Then the channel, what you might call, whatever you saw, season 1 was season 1 straight. You know what I'm saying? Season 1 towards the end is where I feel like I got an idea of what I enjoy doing, asking people questions, you know. And after that, I was like, okay, let me take a break. You know what I'm saying? Let me take a break. And that's when I went back to music and like flipping, like took it serious. Now there was a lot of people that were doing music for as long as me, and those are the people like demotivating me from doing it, which is kind of weird because the moment I just decided to upload a song, that thing, like, I think in less than 2 weeks, a week, that thing like hit 4,000 plays or something. And after I was like to myself, like, yo, Nelowav, bro, I think they just some things you gotta get in check for yourself. Cause for as long as I can remember, bro, I was a flipping rebel, bro. Like, I was a flipping rebel as a kid, bro. Primary school was dope, but then like what really used to hurt me is because like all these girls used to like call me like a player and stuff like that. I was a kid, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I was flipping doing some stupid stuff. Then when I got to high school, I think my biggest enemy was just like not like it's not like I wanted to be seen, but then like around grade 7 is where like, I developed a bad habit of doing something. I developed a bad habit for something, and after that thing was like holding me back for as long as I can remember. And it's probably the reason why I even had to stop schooling in Capricorn. You understand? Which was like pretty much my fault, but I couldn't get over the fact that, bruh, like it was me. Like I couldn't take responsibility for my own actions. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I know like what I'm saying is like on some life story type of tip, but it really defines my name. Not everyone likes ordinary, bro. You know what I'm saying? Not everyone likes ordinary, and according to me, the people I'm around and things I do, I don't think it's ordinary. You know what I'm saying? I don't like ordinary. You know, I'm dead, everybody. So as time went on, yeah, of course I finished school and everything like that. Tertiary, did some media studies. Now I'm just doing another course. I'm doing public management. And then, yeah, throughout that is just where I grew as a creator and individual. Not to say whatever I was doing at the time was to race to blow or get to where I want to get to. I think only now, season 2 type of tip is where I'm like really now focused on getting to it, you know. At first, I just feel like in order for you to perfect something, I feel like you gotta make your mistakes. Like me, my mistakes. Guilty as charged. You know what I'm saying? But like that's who Nelowav is. I didn't touch much into it, but that's who Nelowav is. Oh, I had an uncle who basically, bro, like this nigga, bro, I shouldn't say that. His music stuff was on, like his music taste was on some this stuff to an extent that, okay, sharp. He was listening to the Tupacs, he was listening to whatever was happening locally, to even the Macarena, dog. Like his music selection was crazy, even R&B and everything like this. So even before I got to that point, like 13 years, I grew up like that, just listening to that type of music. In my head, I was just like, oh, this is my uncle playing this type of music, you know what I'm saying? He's not with us anymore, you know what I'm saying? But I remember when, like, I don't know, like, I remember when, like, I was like, oh, this is my uncle playing this type of music, you know what I'm saying? He's not with us anymore, you know what I'm saying? But I remember when, like, I was like, oh, this is my uncle playing this type of music, you know what I'm saying? But I remember when we lost him, right? Which was around late 2013. That was when a young me was like, damn, let me write this poem. You know what I'm saying? Let me write this poem about this guy, dog, that I really rocks with, you know what I'm saying? And ever since then, I think that's when I actually started with music, right? And then come I think like grade 7, right? My primary school, nah, I was now friends with like some other kids who had also like a similar interest as me, you know what I'm saying? But like I also had a name back then, but my name was Lame, bro. You know what I'm saying? My name was Lame. So we formed some other thing we used to call District X. You know what I'm saying? That thing, right, was basically a group of us expressing our artistic love for music, though. That was funny back then. Come to think of it right now. Alright, grade 8 comes, grade 8 continues. As grade 8 continues, bro, I'm still doing this. I think only it was a total of the 3 of us out of that whole group who just continued with it, and that's how I found my love for music. Yeah. I just don't want to say it has some F-boy aesthetic to it, man. I grew up listening to musicians like Flippin', A$AP Rocky, and Party Next Door, bro. Just to name where most of my elements are. But the music that you guys are getting from me right now, bro, is it's not really. I wouldn't even say it's not even the tip of the iceberg, bro. You know, I am also, what can I say? I also like make some love music here and there, which y'all are gonna get at some time. But right now, I'm making music for performance purposes right now, right? If I'm really truly just being honest with you. Yeah. Let me, I think it would be just fair enough if I said it like this. Internationally, right? If I'm giving you a top 3, it's A$AP Rocky, it's Party Next Door, and Lil Tecca. And then probably locally, Flame, Lucas Raps, and Baby Days. Yeah, that's me right there, right? Like, on point.
This is business.